Hi there, welcome. Please come in, have a seat. Yeah, we normally hold the trigger assessment sessions in the living room area of the clinic, but today's triggers are going to be a lot of visual triggers, so I thought it would be best to hold it here at the table where I'd have a flat surface to work on. Yeah. Well, it's still very comfortable here, hopefully, for you, so. I realized the last time that you were here, I actually forgot to get your personal information from you. Yeah, they have it up front in your file, just a brief kind of profile, but I needed some more in-depth information, if that's all right. Okay. Okay, so I already have your first and last name, of course, and your telephone number. Can I please get your home address? Okay. And your email address? Wonderful. And when was the first time that you experienced ASMR? Okay. And do you happen to remember what the trigger was in the classroom? Okay. Great. Now, what are the primary ASMR triggers that you've already identified? What kind of are your favorites? All right. Yeah, just a couple of them is fine, yeah. Okay. That's great. And are you currently on any medications at the moment? No? Oh, for high blood pressure. Okay, but it's under control? Wonderful. And what is the name of your primary care physician? Wonderful. Well, we just need to know that in case there's any emergencies or anything. Yeah. Better to be safe than sorry, I guess, right? Okay. I think that's it for now for the personal information. Thank you for that. Today we're going to be focusing on mainly visual triggers. Your last appointment, which was your first ASMR trigger session, was all auditory, but this time you're going to be kind of delving into your visual triggers. Yeah. So today I'm going to be doing 3 things in particular, and the category for today is kind of more natural things that I guess you could say they're kind of accidental triggers or unintentional. Yeah, so basically I'll be wrapping a present or 2, I'll be flipping through the pages of a magazine, and then I'll be using some skincare products. Now those are all kind of things that you do kind of on a regular basis. Yeah, and we're going to see if they trigger your ASMR. I tend to call them unintentional triggers. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the window behind me just to make it extra quiet in here so you could really focus, and then we'll get started with the first trigger. Does that sound like a plan? Okay, wonderful. So the first trigger we're going to be testing is wrapping of gifts. So we'll see if that triggers your ASMR, and then afterward I will be asking you if it did trigger it at all, if it was mild, moderate, or extreme. Okay, just like we did last time. All right. Some wrapping paper here. Okay. I have this gift here. It's a fairy catching kit. It's just a cute little gift from my daughter. So I thought I'd bring it in. I have to wrap it anyway, so I figured this was a perfect time for it. Okay. I know that wrapping gifts is one of my biggest triggers, so we'll see how you are affected by it. Always growing up, I always used to love it when people wrap gifts around me just because it gave me the tingles. Of course, at the time I didn't know it was ASMR. But it is one of my biggest triggers today, I will say that. Okay, so here are the scissors. I just cut the piece too big or too small. I'm not very good at wrapping gifts. Okay, just about done with this first gift. I like the presence of a wrapped gift too, not just wrapping, but for the sounds of a wrapped gift, all those crinkling noises. Okay, I'm going to wrap one more gift. This is the DVD that I have, a Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, again for my daughter, not for me. Okay. Okay. Okay, outside. Don't think I'll have to cut any off the ends for this one. Oh, I got that noise. All right. So that's the gift portion. So here's what we ended up with. Nice little princess wrapping paper. All right. Now, was that reaction to the gift wrapping, did it trigger your ASMR? Okay. And would you say it was mild, moderate, or extreme? Extreme, okay. Great. Okay. Well, then we're going to go ahead and move on to the next trigger, which is going to be flipping through a magazine, a visual trigger. Okay? All right. Let me get that all set up then. All right. So this next trigger here is going to be flipping through a magazine. I am just going to kind of slowly but surely flip my way through. And this is a visual, but it's also very auditory, I find. So at the end, just let me know how it does trigger your ASMR and if it's more the visual element of it or the auditory. All right? This is a very old Cosmopolitan magazine from, it's actually the UK edition. It's from 2002, but I bought it when I was in Europe, so I've held on to it as kind of a souvenir. But it's very thick compared to a lot of the other Cosmopolitans that I've read. I always love these older magazines because they're kind of like time capsules. You know, you can kind of take a look and see what the celebrities, you know, who the big celebrities were at the time and what other fashion trends were. And it's always so fascinating. For instance, there's an ad here about the movie Serendipity, and which is, I love that movie, it's one of my favorite movies, but it says on DVD and video, 7th of October. I know that movie's been out for over a decade, so it's kind of interesting to see how things were back then. And it's even more interesting because it is from the UK, so it's all the advertisements, they talk about the prices in pounds rather than dollars or euros, so it's kind of interesting. Oh, and another thing, they're talking about Anna Nicole Smith, yeah, in here. And she was still alive when they printed this, of course. But that looks good. I don't remember that product. It's a fruity jelly lip gloss. Or Maybelline. And there's a bunch of perfume ads, of course, and I'm a sucker for perfumes. I really I seem to get a bunch of perfumes. In fact, in another ASMR trigger assessment session, we'll probably do something with perfume bottles. Because I know that triggers my ASMR when people, kind of display their perfume collection. I think it's all the glass bottles and fragrances. We're done with the page flipping with magazines. Now, did that trigger your ASMR? It did, okay. And was it mild, moderate, or extreme? Moderate, okay. I'll put that down. Okay, well, the next thing we're going to be heading out to then is skincare products. Okay, so for this next one, we're actually going to be, like I said, dealing with some cosmetic beauty products. This is a facial cleanser. This is all kind of stuff that I use on a daily basis, so I thought I'd bring it in for the test. I kind of keep an extra set on hand anyway at the office, because I do work pretty late usually, so I thought I'd just kind of show you the products and see. There's a little bit of dust on there. See if it triggers your ASMR. This is actually great for sensitive skin, and especially I'm allergic to quite a few products, and this one's really good because it doesn't set off my allergy at all. This product here is actually aloe vera hand cream. I use this at least once a day just because my hands get really dry, and this is great for repair. So I love this product. It's really inexpensive too. You get 125 milliliters. I think I paid €2 or €3 for it, so it's good. Okay. I like the sound that this particular container makes. It's glass and it's a nice little cream. It's actually a moisturizing cream for sensitive skin and oily skin, which I have both, so it works for me. I love the way that it's kind of like a thick glass. And again, this is very affordable. It's 50 milliliters. I think I paid €4 or €5, so that's not bad at all, especially for a nice moisturizing cream. Okay. You'll have to excuse the noise. I wish I could soundproof this testing room, but I just can't. Okay. This is a brand new hand cream I got. It's actually Fruit Fusion. It's red berries. It's like a body cream, but I use it a lot for my elbows and hands. And I'll put some on now. This is really good. Just really helps with dry skin, and especially in the summertime. It's a nice fruit smell. I always like fruity smells in the summer, and I go for more spicy scents in the autumn. I really like pumpkin scents in the autumn, and then of course all the red berries and the watermelon and stuff in the summertime. Yeah, our office is actually right by kind of a busy street, so I have to be really careful about what times I do my testing sessions actually, because if I do it during rush hour, it just turns into a kind of a fiasco. So, yeah, especially in this room, this room seems to really catch all the noise from outside, so I apologize if that's a nuisance. Okay. Then this is just kind of a multi-purpose total moisture dry skin lotion. It has vitamin E and minerals in it. I use this usually just after the bath or the shower, and it's kind of, yeah, it's actually a generic brand. I believe I paid, gosh, how much did I pay for this? 3 fluid ounces. I think I paid about €2, I think. Okay, these are the cotton pads I use. These are great. They're hypoallergenic, of course, and there's nothing on them, so I really like these. Here. This is what they kind of feel like or look like. Very soft. Yeah, for instance here. We just put a dab on there. And then this is how I clean my skin. You just kind of rub it in there. If you wanted me to write down any of these products too, just let me know, because I swear by them. I love them. I mean, I know I'm your therapist, but I can also be your skincare consultant. Okay. Alright. So now, did that trigger your ASMR? Yes, okay. Was it mild, moderate, or extreme? Moderate. Okay. Great. Okay, fantastic. Alright. Okay, I'm going to clear all this stuff away. And I just wanted to go ahead and take this opportunity to ask you just a few questions, and then kind of talk about what the future sessions might hold for us. Is that all right? Okay. All right, so now would you say that overall this group of triggers stimulated your ASMR as a whole? Yeah, okay. Now, of course, these are all intentional, but these are all kind of daily activities that are usually unintentionally triggering ASMR. For instance, wrapping gifts, just watching someone in a waiting room flip through a magazine. Those are all kinds of things that usually do trigger ASMR. They're kind of common triggers. So yeah. Let me just jot down a few notes here. Okay, now I have another question for you too. As you see me writing these notes, as I've been taking notes throughout the entire treatment and last treatment as well, does it trigger your ASMR as well? Just the act of writing, watching someone else write? It does. Okay. Yeah, I only ask because that's one of my biggest ASMR triggers as well. I think it's probably second to wrapping gifts. So, yeah. Just jotting that down too, because that's, that can kind of be classified as a daily activity trigger, like the rest were. So, all right. Now, for the future sessions that we're going to be having, The next session is actually going to be collection noises. So I'm going to have collections of stones and collections of different things, and you're going to listen to them kind of hitting one another. That will probably be both auditory and visual. So yeah, we'll probably be meeting in this room again next time. Yeah, I find it works better with the flat surface. It's kind of hard to juggle collections of things on my lap if we meet in the living room area of the clinic. So yeah, let me jot that down so I remember that we're going to do the collection noises next time, which will be in about 2 weeks. I know that this particular session was a little late for us, but I will want to see you again in 2 weeks, okay? At least. All right. I'm going to go ahead and write down on your appointment card. You can just call into the office and schedule it. The front desk will be able to help you. Yeah, they'll be able to schedule everything for you, and then you can kind of tell them what day and time works best for you. That's right. And remember, I have to contend with the street noise and the outside noise, so usually about this time of the day will work best in this room. Believe it or not, this was actually the quietest time in this room, so. We're considering moving locations to kind of a more isolated area, but for the time being, this is the office space we have, so we have to work with what we were given. Okay, I'm just writing down a few notes and stuff, don't worry about me. We're just once again trying to build your ASMR trigger profile, so that's right, I'm keeping very detailed notes of what particular triggers are triggering your ASMR and which ones are kind of not, kind of falling short and not really working for you. Yeah, but by the end of it, or by, after a few sessions, we'll have a full profile completed for you, and then you can just come back into us for ASMR therapy sessions. Yeah, those sessions are basically, again, they're free of charge, they're covered as part of the research. Basically, you come in for, 20 minutes to half an hour, kind of like these sessions, but we focus on one or two particular triggers the whole time as a means of therapy rather than testing you. So, for instance, if you're suffering from anxiety that particular week, you'll come in and we'll try to figure out which triggers might help you deal with that anxiety, or stress or worry, whatever is bothering you. Okay? I'm writing down our next appointment, phone number that you can call. Okay, great. Okay, well, I will go ahead and I will see you. I will see you next time, and you take care. Yeah, and don't forget to call in to schedule your next appointment. I'll leave all the paperwork with you when I leave the office, and you can call and schedule that appointment.